Did you know that the clothes you are wearing right now are either acting as a spiritual magnet for your destiny or a lead weight pulling you into the dirt? You think that when you go into a store and pick out a shirt or a jacket, you are making a fashion choice. You think you are looking for something that fits your body or matches your style. You are being spiritually blind. Every thread, every dye, and every shade carries a specific vibration. And according to the deepest secrets of the Kabbalah, there are 3 specific colors that act as a lead shield against the flow of Parnassah. When you wrap your body in these colors, you are effectively telling the heavens to stop the transmission of abundance. You are dressing yourself in the uniform of poverty, and then you wonder why your bank account remains empty. I am Rabbi Boaz. For 4 decades, I have lived within the hidden scrolls of the Mazal, the Lion of Safed, who understood that our garments are not just fabric, they are a second skin that interfaces between our soul and the material world. My grandfather was a master of these frequencies in Jerusalem, and he taught me that the difference between a man who attracts opportunities and a man who repels them is often found in his closet. I am done watching you be dumb with your energy. I am done watching you spend your hard-earned money on clothing that is literally cursing your ability to make more money. Today, I am going to expose the 3 colors that Jews who understand the hidden laws of wealth never buy. I am going to explain the spiritual physics of why these colors create a black hole in your Mazal. And I am going to show you the corrective protocol, what you must wear instead to force the gates of provision to swing wide. This is not about looking good. This is about frequency alignment. Before we dive into the first color, I need to know you are ready to receive this. If you are tired of being invisible to prosperity, hit that like button right now. And I want you to go to the comments and type these 3 words. I am radiant. Do it now. By typing those words, you are signaling to your subconscious mind that you are ready to shed the shells of lack and step into the light of provision. Let me tell you the story of a man named Dov. Dov was a brilliant software developer in Tel Aviv. He was the best in his firm, yet he was passed over for a promotion 3 times in 2 years. He came to me and said, "Rabbi, I am a genius at my job. I work harder than anyone. But when I enter the boardroom, the energy dies. The investors look right through me. It's like I am a ghost." I looked at Dov. He was wearing a specific shade of stagnant gray, the second color I'm going to warn you about today. I told him, "Dov, you are dressing like a stone. Stones don't grow, and stones don't attract light. You have wrapped yourself in the frequency of the Sitra Akra, the other side, which feeds on gray, dull energy." I gave him the Mazal clothing protocol. I told him to burn that gray suit and replace it with the colors of the throne. He thought it was a joke. He said, "Rabbi, it's just a suit." I told him it is not a suit, it is your spiritual antenna. Change the antenna, change the signal. 2 weeks later, Dov walked into a meeting with a new venture capital group wearing the alignment colors. He didn't even have to finish his presentation. The lead investor told him, "I don't know what it is about you, Dov, but you look like a winner. We're in." He was offered a partnership and a 7-figure signing bonus. Dov didn't get smarter in those 2 weeks. He just stopped muffling his light with the wrong colors. You need to understand the Hebrew word for garment, beged. In our holy tongue, every word has a root that reveals its essence. The root of beged is the same as the root for the word bogd, which means traitor. Think about the weight of that. Your clothes can be a traitor to your soul. They can betray your potential. They can lie to the universe about who you are. If your soul is destined for royalty and abundance, but you dress in the colors of the traitor, The universe will treat you like a traitor to your own destiny. It will withhold the royal rations of Parnassah because you aren't wearing the royal uniform. The first color Jewish families of wealth never buy, and you must remove from your body immediately, is pure, dull black. Now listen carefully, because some of you are going to get defensive. You think black is professional, you think black is slimming, you think black is easy. This is lazy thinking. In the Kabbalah, there is a concept called choshek, darkness. Pure black is the frequency of total absorption. It is a color that takes all light and reflects nothing back. When you wear all black, you are creating a spiritual black hole around your body. Blessings are like rays of sunlight. They are constantly streaming toward you. But when they hit a person wrapped in pure black, they are swallowed. They cannot circulate. They cannot manifest. The sages teach that wealth requires movement and circulation. If you are an absorber, you are not a conduit. You are a stagnant pond. Jewish millionaires may wear dark colors, but they almost never wear dull, flat black. They will wear midnight blue or charcoal with a sheen or a texture that reflects light. If you are currently wearing a flat black shirt or dress while watching this, you are standing in an umbrella of concealment. You are hiding from your own blessing. You are telling the master of the universe, I don't want to reflect your light. I want to bury it. This color attracts the energy of the grave, the frequency of things that have finished their cycle. If you want your business to be alive, if you want your income to be growing, you must stop dressing like you are at a perpetual funeral. You are mourning a wealth you haven't even lost yet because you haven't let it in. The second color you must never buy is stagnant, muddy brown. Brown is the color of the earth, but in its muddy or dull form, it represents the Adamah, earth, without the mayim, water. It represents barren soil. When you wear dull, muddy brown, you are signaling toil without reward. This is the color of the serf and the slave. It carries the vibration of the hard labor in Egypt. It says to the spiritual realm, I am here to grind. I am here to struggle. I am here to exist in the dirt. The billionaires I advise wouldn't touch this color with a 10-foot pole. Why? Because it kills creativity and intuition. Wealth in 2026 does not come from physical labor. It comes from vision and frequency. Muddy brown acts like a frequency jammer for your third eye. It keeps your head down in the mud of your bills and your debts, preventing you from looking up to see the golden opportunities flying over your head. If your wardrobe is full of earth tones that look like dried dirt, you are anchoring your Mazal to the ground. You are preventing your soul from ascending to the place where the big money lives. The third color you must never buy, and this is the one that most modern people get completely wrong, is artificial neon or fluorescent colors. I see you wearing these bright highlighter yellows, neon pinks, and electric greens. You think you are being bold. You think you are standing out. You are right, you are standing out, but in the spiritual realm, you look like a shattered vessel. In the Kabbalah, there is a concept called the Shevirat HaKelim, the breaking of the vessels. It is the idea that when too much light enters a container that isn't ready for it, the container explodes into shards. Neon colors carry the frequency of shards. They are artificial light. They are a scream in the spiritual world. They attract the ayin hara, the evil eye, but they do not attract chesed, mercy. When you wear these colors, you are creating a frequency of chaos. This manifests in your life as inconsistent income. You have one great month where you make $20,000, and then you have 3 months where you make nothing. Your wealth is volatile because your garment is broadcasting shattered energy. A Jewish millionaire wants steady, growing, protected wealth. They want the light of the sun, not the flickering of a neon sign. If your closet is full of these artificial chaos frequencies, you are telling the universe, I am an unstable container. Do not trust me with heavy abundance. Now, let's stop talking about what you are doing dumb and start talking about how to be smart. If you want to force the market to respond to you, if you want the angel of provision to see you as a king or a queen worthy of a massive inheritance, you must adopt the 3 colors of inflow. But before I give you those 3 colors, I have to ask, are you actually going to change? Or are you just a consumer of information who will keep wearing your poverty brown and shattered neon tomorrow morning? This is why most of you stay stuck. You hear the truth, but you are too lazy to act on it. If you feel that nudge in your spirit that says you need a total reset, not just in your closet, but in your entire financial blueprint, then you need to stop being stupid and get the Mazal reconstruction. This ebook is the advanced manual for what we are discussing today. In the clothing chapter, I give you the geometry of fabric, why the type of weave matters just as much as the color. I show you the midnight gate ritual to sanctify your work clothes so that every time you wear them, you are walking in a field of favor. I even expose the 7 forbidden words you say while getting dressed that are literally cursing your workday before it begins. The link is in the description. Don't buy a new pair of poverty shoes today. Buy the knowledge that will allow you to buy the store. Now back to the colors of inflow. The first color of abundance you must adopt is white. White is the frequency of chesed, loving kindness and mercy. It is the color that reflects all light. When you wear white, you are making a declaration of purity to the universe. You are saying, I am a clean slate. I am a vessel ready to receive the Creator's light without distortion. In the ancient temple, the high priest wore white linen when he performed the most sacred acts of provision for the nation. Why? Because white does not hide anything. It is the opposite of the dull black hole. It broadcasts. When you wear white, especially near your face, you are opening the channels. You are signaling that you are in a state of mercy, which is the state required to receive Parnassah that doesn't come with struggle. Jewish billionaires will often have white shirts, white linens, or white accents because they understand that white invites the inflow. It tells the universe you are a receiver, not a hoarder. The second color of abundance is royal blue. This is not dull blue or gray blue. I'm talking about techelet, the specific royal blue that reminds the soul of the sea, the sky, and the throne of glory. In our tradition, we were commanded to put a thread of blue in our garments to remember the Creator. But from a wealth perspective, blue is the color of emuna, trust. And in the world of money, trust is the only currency that matters. When you wear royal blue, you are wrapping yourself in the frequency of the throne. You are signaling stability, authority, and connection to the source. People will naturally trust you more when you wear this color. Investors will feel safer giving you their money. Clients will feel more confident in your services. You are not trickery them. You are simply using a spiritual tool to broadcast your internal stability. Blue bridges the gap between the material world and the hidden reservoirs of wealth. If you have an important meeting or a deal you need to close, you wear the blue of the throne. You are drawing down the authority to prosper. The third color of abundance is gold or saffron yellow. Now, do not confuse this with the shattered neon yellow I warned you about. I am talking about the color of the sun, the color of Tiferet, beauty and balance. In the Kabbalah, gold is the symbol of the hidden light that has been made manifest. It is the physical representation of divine energy solidified into value. When you wear gold or a rich, warm yellow, you are acting as a spiritual magnet for the metal of the heavens. You are telling your subconscious mind, I am of the same substance as wealth. You don't need to wear a gold suit like a retarded person. A gold tie, a saffron scarf, or even a piece of yellow clothing that carries the warmth of the sun is enough. This color activates the part of your brain that sees opportunity. It removes the scales of scarcity from your eyes. You will start to notice gaps in the market that were invisible to you when you were wearing muddy brown. You are tuning your antenna to the frequency of pure revelation. But what if your closet is already full of the forbidden colors? What if you are too broke right now to go buy a new royal blue wardrobe? I am not going to let you use that as an excuse. I am going to give you the garment cleansing ritual, the reset for your current clothes. Listen to me. Your clothes have memory. They remember every time you wore them while you were crying about your bills. They remember the sweat of your slave labor. They have absorbed the frequency of your failure. You must exercise that energy before you put those clothes on your body again. Step 1. The salt and water prayer. Take a spray bottle, fill it with spring water and a teaspoon of sea salt. Tonight, go to your closet. Lightly mist your clothes with this purification water. You are not soaking them, you are breaking the shells. Step 2. The decree of disconnection. As you mist the clothes, speak these words with the authority of a master. I sever the tie between this fabric and my past lack. I wash away the frequency of the slave. I disconnect these threads from the energy of the grave. From this moment on, these garments serve the king. They are a vessel for Parnassah. It is written, and so it is done. Step 3. The cedar shield. If you can, place a small piece of cedar wood or a drop of cedar oil in your closet. Cedar represents Erez, the strength and endurance of the righteous. It acts as a protective barrier that prevents the poverty spiders from weaving their webs in your closet again. Now, before we conclude, I must reveal the forbidden fourth color. This is the color that most success coaches and power negotiators tell you to wear, and they are leading you straight into a legal trap. I am talking about deep blood red. They tell you that a red tie or a red dress represents power and dominance. In the world of the Sitra Achra, the other side, this is true. Red represents Gevura in its rawest, most severe form. It represents judgment. When you wear deep red without the balance of white or blue, you are practically begging the accuser in the heavenly court to audit your life. You are signaling, I am ready for a fight, and the universe will give you one. You will attract lawsuits. You will attract aggressive tax audits. You will attract predatory competitors who want to drink your blood. Jewish millionaires understand that you never go into a high-stakes negotiation wearing raw red. You want the other person to be in a state of mercy, not defense. If you wear the color of severity, you force everyone around you to harden their hearts. You are cursing the deal before the first word is spoken. If you have power ties that are deep blood red, throw them in the trash. They are magnets for conflict. Now, let us discuss the morning dressing protocol. This is the software update for your daily routine. If you dress yourself like a mindless animal in the morning, you will spend the rest of the day being hunted like one. The sequence of how you put on your clothes determines the flow of your Mazal for that 24-hour cycle. The Talmud is very specific about this, and if you are too lazy to follow this order, do not complain to me when your business day feels like a struggle. Protocol. Step 1. The right side rule. You must always start with the right side. When you put on your shirt, your arm goes into the right sleeve first. When you put on your pants, your right leg goes in first. When you put on your shoes, the right shoe goes on first. Why? Because in the Kabbalah, the right represents chesed, mercy and expansion. The left represents Gevura, judgment and contraction. When you lead with the right, you are commanding the day to be governed by mercy. You are telling the universe, lead me with kindness. If you are a retard who puts their left shoe on first, you are literally stepping into judgment the moment your foot hits the floor. You are inviting friction into your path. Protocol Step 2, the decree of the belt. When you fasten your belt or your waistband, you are performing a spiritual sectioning. You are separating the upper world, your heart and mind, from the lower world, your physical desires and the earth. As you fasten your belt, you must say this decree: I separate my vision from my cravings. My mind governs my market. I am a master of my vessel. This creates a seal of integrity that prevents your emotions from hijacking your financial decisions later in the day. Protocol. Step 3. The pocket sanctification. Before you leave your house, you must place your hand into your right pocket. Pockets are miniature storehouses. Most of you have pockets full of crumpled receipts, old gum wrappers, and stagnant trash. This is a spiritual clog in your Parnassah. Your pockets must be clean. Your right pocket should be the pocket of inflow. Reach into it and visualize it filling with the gold of the heavens. Say, this vessel is never empty. The sustainer provides from the infinite. I can see some of you shaking your heads. You think this is magic. You think it is superstition. Let me tell you what is superstitious. Believing that you can do the same thing every day, dressing in poverty brown and slave gray, and expecting a different result. That is the definition of spiritually dumb. The billionaires of our people do not leave their frequency to chance. They engineer their environment. They code their clothing. They command their day. This brings us to the moment of truth. You have watched this video, and you now know more about the spiritual economy of clothing than 99% of the world. You know the 3 colors to avoid. You know the 4th forbidden color of judgment. You know the colors of inflow: white, royal blue, and gold. You even have the ritual to cleanse your current closet. But as I have said before, this video is only the lobby of the palace. If you want to enter the throne room, you need the key. I am talking about the Mazal reconstruction. If you are still instead of until, if you are still waiting for a miracle instead of building a system, then you are being lazy with your inheritance. This ebook is the hard coding for your financial life. In the Mazal reconstruction, I go far beyond clothing. I reveal the fabric taboos, why wearing certain synthetic blends is like wearing a lead shield that blocks your intuition. I give you the 7-day color calendar, exactly which color to wear on Tuesday to trigger victory, and which color to wear on Thursday to trigger expansion. There is a weekly rhythm to wealth that you are currently ignoring. I teach you the amulet of the lining, how to sew a specific Hebrew code into the hidden lining of your work jacket so that you are walking in a field of miracles, even in the most cursed corporate environments. The link is in the description below. It is also pinned in the first comment. The price of this book is less than the cost of one poverty meal at a restaurant. If you value your comfort more than your reconstruction, then keep your money. I don't want it. I want the people who are ready to become giants. I want the people who are ready to dominate their niche so bad that their competitors give up. If that is you, click the link tonight. Read the chapters on garment engraving before you go to sleep. Wake up tomorrow and dress for the throne. Final warning: once you start wearing the colors of inflow, people will react to you differently. They will look at you longer. They will offer you seats at tables you weren't invited to. Do not let this go to your head. Do not become arrogant. Arrogance is a leak that will drain your Mazal faster than muddy brown clothing. Stay humble, stay grateful. Remember that you are a vessel, not the source. I want you to do one thing before you close this video. Go to your closet right now. Find one item that is dull black or muddy brown. Take it out. Put it in a bag to be donated or thrown away. Make a physical move to show the universe you are serious. Then, come back to the comments. Type, "I clothe myself in blessing." Subscribe to this channel because next week I am going to reveal the wallet secret that my family has used to ensure we never see the bottom of the bag. I am Rabbi Boaz. The uniform of the slave is off. The robes of the king are waiting. Click the link. Begin the reconstruction. Shalom.